Two unseen clips from It Ends With Us have now been released thanks to Justin Baldoni and his team. In the first clip, we allegedly have Blake Lively kissing Justin Baldoni off script. And in the second scene, we finally get to hear Justin Baldoni tell Blake Lively her wardrobe is sexy. First, we gotta talk about this one. This is Blake Lively allegedly kissing Justin Baldoni off script in a scene that was cut from the movie.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what are you...
No, I just,
Is everything okay?
Yeah, you forgot this.
Wait, what?
Bye.
No, babe, this isn't mine.
I know, I happen to love you too.
And here's what he wrote in his court filing about that scene. He says, Lively requested that there was to be no spontaneous improvising of any scenes involving physical touching, simulated sex, or nudity. And just a reminder, what he quoted from is actually Blake Lively's list of protections she wanted in order to return to work. And she presented that to them in January of 2024. The scene we just watched was recorded and taped in May of 2023, so almost a year before. On May 19th, 2023, Lively oversaw a scene she herself added to the script in which her character kissed Baldoni's character in every take, although there was no kiss in the script. Now, wording is so important here. So first of all, when it says in every take, obviously, if you are filming a scene and you have to do multiple takes, you have to do the same thing in each take. So if she added a kiss, then yes, she has to kiss him in each take. Now, here's where the wording is really important. Blake specifically stated there's to be no spontaneous improvising. That means you can't just go and do it if you haven't talked about it or agreed on it beforehand. Baldoni, however, did not state that this was spontaneous, and he did not state that this was improvising. He specifically wrote that she added this to the script. That means this was discussed, reviewed, and written in before it took place. You'll also note that he adds, although there was no kiss in the script. So he wants to make sure that you know there was no kiss in this script originally, but Blake oversaw this and added in the peck to the scene. So again, it's not spontaneous and it's not improvised. This also was cut from the film, but the scene is still in the movie. It was just reworked in a different way. And my question is, who added the big makeout session at the end?
Hey, sorry, I forgot this.
Wait, this isn't mine.
I know. I happen to love you too.
That scene that I just showed you is straight from the movie. Justin Baldoni didn't upload or add that to his court filing. Instead, he added in the hospital scene that shows the peck that Blake Lively had added to the script for that scene. And he specifically stated, remember, that that scene did not have a kiss in it. I think it's safe to assume that both of those kisses were agreed upon ahead of time and added to the script, because if not, we would have seen Blake Lively adding that to her complaint, and we also would have seen that listed in Justin Baldoni's timeline of evidence when he sued Blake Lively. Okay, now let's get into the second clip. So this one I've been waiting to see. This is the scene where Justin Baldoni refers to Blake Lively's wardrobe as being hot and sexy. And in her CRD complaint, she said that it made her feel ogled and exposed and just plain uncomfortable.
All right.
Alright, hey, somebody lock it up.
Can we get a
Toothpick, please. Viv, do you have a toothpick?
Yeah, right here.
Thank you.
As you can imagine, there's not many people focusing on the sexy comment anymore. Instead, they're talking about the other comment he made when he made fun of sexual harassment. He jokes with Jenny Slate saying, "Sorry, I missed the sexual harassment training." Before I get into that part, however, let's just take a look at his sexy comment and the way he said it. So in Blake's complaint, she didn't necessarily say the problem was him calling the wardrobe sexy. She said it was the tone in which he said it. I want you to pay attention to two things in this clip. One, the tone, of course, when he calls her sexy. But two, pay attention to the reaction of the wardrobe specialist, the way she reacts when he says it, and the look she gives Blake.
Alright, okay, somebody lock it up.
I don't think it's my imagination that she gives Blake the wide-eyed look. Watch.
Alright, okay, somebody lock it up.
Here's what Justin Baldoni had to say about that scene from his timeline. So this is from May 23rd, 2023, shoot day number 7, and it says, Baldoni, during a scene in which the cast is wearing loose-fitting onesies. So he specifically starts this off by trying to make it sound like she wouldn't have looked sexy at all, that it's this loose-fitting onesie. So here's the outfit she had on that he's trying to make sound unattractive by calling it a loose-fitted onesie, and take a look at the zipper. He goes on to say that he was just trying to give her directorial feedback regarding her wardrobe. He was encouraging her to take off her coat, and that he was calling the outfit sexy and not Blake. Now, kudos to Justin, however, because he says that he immediately recognized that Blake Lively was offended by what he had said, and he obviously realized or was told that Jenny Slate was also offended by his comments, because that's when he turned to her and made the joke about sexual harassment. Justin says that he offered multiple apologies to both women, and they actually captured some of this on film.
Ready, everyone. High energy. Have fun. That's the most important thing. Everybody here to blow and have fun, right?
You can tell in that scene that both Jenny Slate and Blake Lively are both explaining to Justin why that was offensive to them. And you can even see Jenny Slate reach over after Justin apologizes again and touch his arm okay, we get it. And Blake even says it's all good. So again, that scene where he calls Blake sexy was filmed on May 23rd. And just 1 week later, Baldoni sends both Jenny Slate and Blake Lively a message, and he writes to them thanking them for all of their work, and he states, I was made fully aware of your concerns. I wanted you to know that they are fully received. I hear you, and adjustments will be made accordingly. I appreciate your feedback and really looking forward to working with you at the end of the week. And then just 1 day later, on June 1st, is when Blake Lively invites Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, and producer Alex Sachs into her trailer to have a discussion about how she's been feeling on set. According to Justin Baldoni, Blake invited them in, and then she discussed a number of things. He says she discussed Baldoni's comments about her wardrobe being sexy or hot, Heath showing Lively an image of his wife at around the time she gave birth, an instance in which Heath entered her makeup trailer while Lively was in a state of undress, an instance in which Baldoni had cried in her trailer over the negative public reaction to Lively's casting, and Heath and Baldoni's practice of hugging other cast and crew members. Justin says that he and Jamie Heath attempted to explain the innocent context and apologize for any discomfort Lively may have experienced. So there you have it. Those are the 2 new clips that we've got, and that's the context around them both. And just a reminder, Blake Lively is not suing Justin Baldoni for sexual assault. She's suing him for workplace sexual harassment, and those are 2 very different things. 2 things can be true at the same time. Justin Baldoni could have said these in a very innocent way, but they can still be inappropriate on a work site and make people feel uncomfortable. This clip, however, that everyone was freaking out about, saying that Blake Lively did the same thing Justin Baldoni did and she spontaneously improvised this kiss, at no point did Justin Baldoni ever say that. He specifically said she added a scene to the script. So this would have been discussed ahead of time.